People of the internet, I am Nick and Guy, and this is a podcast about films and dreams. Quite appropriately, I'm joined by Nona, someone who haunts mine. And if you couldn't tell by this cliche-ridden introduction, today's film is about dreams that turn into nightmares, as Total Cult Zone presents Somnium.
I saw you're now hiring someone out front. Looking for a job, and I'd take anything at this point.
This position has been a bit of a nightmare to fill. We call it our sleep sitter.
Sleep sitter?
Good evening, and welcome to Somnium. We understand this process might feel uncomfortable, but rest assured, our team of professionals have you well on your way to a beautiful transformation.
I just want to chop my hair off. Van Gogh it.
I'm going to segue into the film now, but yeah, that's the other film, which you haven't watched yet.
No, I haven't, not yet. I watched the other one, ironically, whilst feeling very tired. So,
Yeah, let's just get this one out of the way.
it wasn't that bad.
No, it's more that you're feeling rough. I'm not feeling too great.
Yeah, this is going to be a speed run. I'm sorry, everyone. We're both ill. It's the heat. Sorry, we're British.
Yeah, it's the heat and going to a Korean Italian fusion restaurant and trying raw kombucha, which did not agree with me whatsoever.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
it's pretty much just vinegar.
Oh
And the
dear.
last 3 days, I've just had my everything I've eaten just be processed and dealt with by friendly bacteria, possibly.
I mean, I'm hoping it's friendly bacteria.
I'm really hoping, because all my stomach lining is disappearing every day. Also, today's show is sponsored by fans. There's been a lot of background noise. I've got the fan right on me.
Yeah, same. It's too hot. We're having another heat wave in the UK. I'm so sorry.
She's up 25 degrees.
Yeah, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look.
Lots of banter. Lots of banter. I had some written down, actually, because people love banter.
Oh, okay. What are we bantering about today?
We're going to talk about dreams today. What are your dreams, Nona?
I think those left a long time ago. I'm a millennial. I'm a massive emo. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Millennials.
No, I'm not gonna lie, right? I have sat there and thought to myself, I didn't think I'd still be alive now. So I hadn't made any plans once I hit now.
Yeah, I'm Gen X. I'm like not supposed to have dreams. Not supposed to exist.
Yeah, I wonder, because I think there's not a massive gap between sort of the tail end of Gen X going into like older millennial. I'm not quite at the top end of older millennial, but I'm getting there. And I feel like there's a small bridge over between those two of people who have just they've seen everything. We've lived through every horrible world event, every advance in technology. You know, I sat there the other day, like I was scrolling Blue Sky, and I could see like all of the sort of like, this is what you should post, this is what you shouldn't post from like younger generations. And I'm sat here like, I fucking made you. Like, I was one of the first on social media. What the fuck are you telling me I can't post this and I need to post that? Like, what the hell? Bring back my surveys on MySpace. That's what I say.
You're right about MySpace, actually. I went on there the other day and my account is still there.
I don't know if mine still is. I haven't checked for a while.
I'm doing like the next zine for the website, and I've got a little bit about MySpace on there. And I thought, oh, I'll check if it's still there. It's still there. I can't access it. None of my details are on now. I tried accessing it the other day, and I need to have my email address to reset the password. because
Yeah.
I did the password blindfold, then copy pasted it so I couldn't open it again. When everyone left the site, I kind of thought, oh, okay, I'll do it this way and leave it there for prosperity. And I thought, oh, I'll try and access it. And I used the email to reset it. But then
Mhm.
email died, and there's no way of opening it up again because it's one of those weird Hotmail addresses which no longer exists, so you can't actually get it.
Oh, this is like when AOL did its whole thing. Like I still have an AOL email address it's probably full of junk now.
If you haven't accessed it within so many months, they sort of delete it now. Or years. I think the Hotmail one was dormant for ages. It was forwarding stuff to my new one. And even that's like a decade old now.
Yeah, my two email addresses that I have, one of them I've had since I was about 16.
Is it My Chemical Romance song title plus your date of birth?
No, but it does have the word punks with an X in it.
An X.
I
Wow.
had a Mohican when I was 16. It was black and pink. I wasn't always a massive emo. I pierced my own septum. Don't try that at home, kids. I will say that. But I pierced my own septum. This septum's been with me since I pierced it at 16. 22 years since I put this bad boy in. Yeah, I've always said if I didn't have children, I'd probably be in prison for chaining myself to something. Like almost guarantee it. I was a fucking loudmouth. I still am, but like I was worse before I had children. Very opinionated.
There's still time. Just come to London. I'll have a placard that says oppose genocide. Or you oppose genocide and you'll get arrested. With all the
I mean,
pensioners.
yeah, I've seen that as well. I've seen them
As long
like
as you don't
with the
move
guy
very
in the
fast or put up much
wheelchair
of a
and
fight,
stuff.
they'll take you.
Yeah, I found that absolutely disgusting. Like, right to protest, especially over something that it's a fucking genocide. Like, call it what it fucking is. Like, come on. Fuck the police. Okay, that's banter out of the way and me potentially on a watch list.
I've been all that for a while now. It's one of the
It's fine.
conversations.
Never leave my house. Like, what are they gonna fucking watch? My door.
Subscribers to Twitch went up. Anyway, it says do the cake and coffee bit. Got any cake?
I have. I just haven't eaten it yet. I bought some Viennese whirls actually. I've not had one for a while, and they remind me a little bit of my childhood. So I was like, I'll get some of those. It is a new WoW season that started today. And I have the first raid in the new raid tomorrow. I'm excited, to be honest. I get to raid again, but that's the other reason why I bought cake. I was like, I can justify buying a 6-pack of Viennese whirls. I've got 5 days off. That's like one where I double it up, but otherwise that's one a day. Fuck the fact that I've put myself on a diet and I am trying to be more conscious of what I'm eating because I'm old and, you know, bodies do really weird fucking shit. Like, I didn't even realize, like, insulin resistance can start to kick in. And it can start to kick in from fucking perimenopause. I was like, what do you fucking mean? That during, like, one of the worst stages of a uterus owner's life, they suddenly now can't have fucking sweets to be able to get through it? Fuck off. No. Apparently that's the truth.
Yeah, get on the kombucha. That's really good for you.
I've had that stuff before. I don't mind it. I just, you know, there's other refreshments available that don't make me feel horrific afterwards whilst being supposed to be good for me.
Yeah, I'd recommend kimchi. That's really good stuff. Love that stuff. Kombucha. I mean, I didn't even order it. Jane ordered it. And she got like a little way into it. It's like this is not what I was expecting. I think they've just taken it from one of those jars over there that's got the foam on top of it, or the things in it. I'm not sure what the things are.
Yeah, that's what
I've
it
tried
looks
it, and it,
like,
it was
though.
just straight vinegar.
Yeah, that is what it is, though. Like, it's like
Yeah.
I've bought it, admittedly not quite like that. I bought it in the bottles, and it does have like a foam
Yeah,
on
I
it.
think it's supposed to do shots of it, maybe little.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like a massive glass full. Like, even when I've had it, it's not been like the biggest amount. And I've had it every single time. So I thought, oh, this will be really healthy for me. And every single time I've not learnt my fucking lesson. You'll do it again, I guarantee it. At some point, you'll go, maybe it was just that one that I had, and you'll get another one, and you'll be reminded again.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the other thing the weekend I will do again is there's a bakery in Shoreditch called Okja, OKJA. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but vegan danishes,
Oh,
cinnamon swirls, pistachio cream pastries,
mm.
fucking lovely.
Oh, I bet as well. Like when they're done properly as well, like vegan pastries are fucking delicious.
Yeah, and the thing is, you go there, it doesn't advertise that it's vegan or plant-based that much. I didn't see anything in the store.
Yeah.
You only know it because you go online and do the whole Happy Cow app
I
deal,
mean,
which
I'll
is
be
if you're
fair
into.
with you, Dino. That's
Mm.
just Shoreditch.
Yeah, yeah, that's where it's my favorite place at the
So
moment.
continue on. They have the happy cow.
Yeah, Happy Cow app. It's good for vegans to go anyway. You just open it. It says, well, the best vegan places are Shoreditch, tons of places. This place is on now. You go there and there's nothing saying it is actually vegan. So I think they're tricking people into actually having vegan food. The bastards.
Don't. They'll have complaints. They'll
Yeah.
have complaints. People will complain.
Where was the meat in
100%.
this pastry?
They complain about that shit and then complain about horse meat in lasagna.
Yeah, it's meat.
Like you don't get to pick and choose on which dead animal you're eating here. I say that as somebody who now, like, I was vegan for 6 years. I have admittedly, I eat more pescatarian than I do anything else. But it always, when I was vegan, one of the things that actually really pissed me off was when people would be like, I eat meat, blah, blah, blah. And then you'd see the meat they're eating. And I'd be like, I'm offended for the poor animal that you've had to put through no seasoning and everything else. Like, why would you put it through that? Like, come on now. What is wrong with your palate? And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the horse meat. It's the same thing with people being like, but I don't want to eat vegan food. Like, what is wrong with your palate? I don't like people very much.
It shows.
Grumpier than normal.
I'm hoping you like the film now.
Oh, yeah, no. I have positive things about the film. I have positive things.
Yeah. Film's all about sleep or not sleeping. And you know what else does make you sleep? Coffee. This week's coffee from Algerian coffee again. The double chocolate macadamia nut Colombian coffee, which I bought because it sounded amazing. I opened up, pack it up, smelled amazing, brewed a pot. It tastes amazing. And now Jane says it's the only coffee she'll ever drink.
God
Because
damn.
it is fucking amazing. Drinking it now, it's gone cold, thankfully.
Cold
Yeah,
coffee's still good, though.
Yeah, I've got to the point now where if the coffee goes cold, I'm not going to heat up again. Just get and drink it. And this weather, it's better, like slightly chilled. yeah.
People sleep on cold coffee, like iced coffee, that kind of stuff. Like I do prefer warm coffee, but on a hot day, a really nice iced coffee.
Yeah, or cold brew.
Oh, yeah.
I did
It's
like a
so
bunch of
good.
cold brew the other week when it was like really hot. And as soon as I did it, the temperature changed. It doesn't really work that well if it's like cold or chilly out or raining.
Yeah. No, you need the comfort of the mug being warm with your coffee when it's cold.
And now it's gone hot again. I should have brewed up a couple of cold brews.
There's still time, and then the weather will change again, but there's still time.
It's usually done when I bring the fan out. The temperature changes.
Yeah, could you like just make the cold brew on top so the temperature drops again so that we can all be cooler and not dying?
Okay, just for you. Banter over. At experimental sleep clinic Somnium, dreams are made real. Side effects may include hallucinations, paranoia, detachment from reality, and permanent nightmares. Written and directed by Racheal Cain, the science fiction thriller stars Chloe Levine from The Sacrifice Game and Transfiguration, Will Peltz from Unfriended, and Grace Van Dien from Stranger Things. That's it. That's your synopsis. Doesn't really tell you much.
It doesn't at all.
Yeah.
Like I did look it up because I was like, I want to go and see what the synopsis says on this because I tried to do research. I don't always, but this one I was like, I'm gonna go and have a look because I want to go and see. But it was like 2 lines, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Somnia is Latin for dream. There's a horror film called Somnium. It's going to do exactly what it says on the tin, really, isn't it?
You'd think so.
Yeah. It's just how it goes about that is where the entertainment comes in. So you've got Gemma, who's doing the trope of the small town girl with the big dreams, comes to Hollywood to fulfill them, and then falls short, ends up in a job working a night shift at a dream factory to pay her bills off, which seems to be getting bigger and bigger each week. She left a boyfriend in a small town, and it's very tropey. It's pretty much everything you can possibly think happening in a horror film is happening, especially one that involves sleep.
Yeah, I would agree with the tropey stuff as well. But I don't think that was a negative thing in this instance.
Yeah, it's always how it's done, really. But it's everything involving sleep. You've got things moving out of the corner of your eye, disassociation from reality. You've got like a dream guide in there as well. It's like repeated patterns, descent into madness, etc., etc., etc. And it does sound like I'm coming down on this, but I quite liked it.
I liked
it's one of those
chop
things
and changes.
Yeah. It's very effective in that if you've ever had you've had insomnia or you've worked a night shift, which I've done quite a bit, that feeling you get when you're dropping in and out of sleep.
Yes, yeah. And that's what I did like about it, because that is how dreams are. Like you can have the most vivid dream, but it can start in one place, end up somewhere else. You wake up for a little bit, you're back in life for a little bit, you drop back off to sleep, you have another dream. It kind of felt a little bit like that. The other thing I did like about it was in the set design, because there seemed to be a difference. Firstly, in not knowing what sort of time and era we were in. It seemed to have what I felt like a little bit of every kind of era you could imagine. But then there seemed to also be a distinct difference in the color saturation of those that had gone through the dream experience and those who either were going through it or were outside of it. And that was something that I noticed. The color palette was different. There was almost a brightness to those who had gone through the dream. Whereas those who were either going through it or living outside of it had more of a muted pastel. It was still bright, but it was like a pastel base. It wasn't as vivid until there was a step over. And then it became like the glittery metallics, the bright colors. I noticed that quite quickly, and I really liked it because it felt like I could see who was living their dream and who wasn't. I'm hoping that makes sense. It was something that I'd noticed and was like, okay, I see what you did here.
Yeah, it's little things like that, I think, kind of set it apart. there's lots of neons at night as well, and in the dream
Yes.
place.
I loved the sets. I really did. Gemma's place was gorgeous. It looked lived in. Like, it's so hard to achieve that as a set designer without going and sleeping in it for 24 hours. Like, it was so pretty and looked so good and believable. Like, I think that's something that can be really hard to do. A lot of people don't give props to the people that make those things happen enough. And the set design was probably one of my favorite things because it was just beautiful. Her place, the
There was
colors,
a little bit
everything.
of because it was old fashioned as well. I'm guessing they're giving it a sort of grimy type of look because it is
Well,
old.
yeah, it was kind of like there was parts that reminded me of sort of like maybe 50s and 60s. There was other parts that were like 80s, 90s. It was hard to work out what era this was, like what year was this placed into, what century was this in. Even though it probably should have been quite obvious, I felt like you couldn't place it. And that's another part, I guess, of dreaming, because you can't, like, we all have those dreams, or we've all had those dreams about school. Even as adults, we've dreamt about our school life, for instance, because that is part of dreaming. You travel in your dreams all of the time. So it was like it was purposely placed that way, as a you're not supposed to know, because you're not supposed to know whether this is a dream or not. It reminded me very much of like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but in reverse. Like, obviously they go there to forget things that have caused them pain, whereas this was a place to go to get your dreams established. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
and her life
reminded me of
was
that.
very much. So it's the Hollywood, the trope in films. It's that the girl from the small town goes to the Hollywood to find fame, and her hometown is almost 50s, 60s style
Yeah, it was
of
like
the diner.
one of those really outback village type places, like middle of nowhere. It felt like, small town, everyone knows each other, everyone knows each other's business, that kind of a thing. Like, I just couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what year this was supposed to be. And I low-key love that. There was a lot of there's a lot of stuff that I think was probably more placed in the 80s and 90s in Gemma's place. And again, like the color palettes reminded me of my childhood. I was born in 86. So I came obviously in the tail end of the 80s going into the 90s, and particularly like the blanket that was on her bed. I had a pillowcase like that. I probably still have it even, because there's certain things I've managed to keep hold of because I fucking loved them as a kid. But it was literally the same color palette. Probably the same type of material as well, because yeah, there was things that were textiles that were used that were incredibly popular. With it just, yeah, me just going on about the set and stuff. But that's because it was the thing that I noticed the most. Like, it was just, I enjoyed it. I can't sit and say like, oh, it's my favorite film of the year. I can't say that. But I can't say that it was bad either. It was well performed.
Yeah, there was something I did say about like tropes I've written down that tropes in films. You got the TV with static on it, which again, I'm like, if it's set now, there wouldn't be static on TVs because there's not been static on TVs for many, many years. So HD TVs and digital televisions don't have it. So you wouldn't have static on TVs. But then is that part of the dream world they're in, or is it because it's not?
Was it static or was it noise? Because you can still get that noise on.
No, it was static.
Yeah.
It's the whole horror trope of static on TV is scary because it's a TV coming on and there's nothing on it. And it's just making noise. And is that part of the dream state they're in? Or
yeah.
Because it wasn't set up to date. But then it could have been the dream world, and that's what you're expecting to be on TV. Because yeah,
Yeah,
there is a
it's
crossover point of you not sure which bits are, which bits, because there's no like direct point where they say she is in a dream, or if she isn't in one, or
yeah.
yeah, that kind of thing. I'd put this in one of the very small group of films, which works really well if you're watching it and falling asleep for microseconds. You're just nodding off slightly, because you could do that on some films and you'd miss quite a bit.
Me sat here like that's exactly how I watched it.
Yeah, and this one you could sort of nod off and go, oh, I've missed quite a bit, and you go back and it's like, I haven't missed anything. As of Altered States works like that. That's a great film. I watched that and I kind of nodded off during that, and it's, oh, did I miss something? And it's like, no, I didn't miss anything at all. It's freaky shit happening.
It still makes it a good movie as well.
Mm.
Like as much as people are like, oh, but you managed to like fall asleep watching it. No, it doesn't make it a bad movie. Like it was still a really good movie.
Mm.
Like it was an interesting concept. It had a conclusion as well that brought it all to a nice round close. Not all films do that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And, I think it was very well done. It was a director debut. Am I right in thinking?
Yep, first film. It's a strong one.
Yeah, it was well done. Like I can't really pick anything out of it. Everyone performed solidly.
I can pick stuff out about it. That's mostly because I've done night shifts and do them occasionally. And she's on a night shift. I'm like, she wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that.
What were the things that she was doing that she wouldn't do on a night shift? Go on, hit us with it.
No pun intended, but she did land a dream job. You're essentially on your own walking around an empty building with very simple instructions of call this person if something happens. It's like the ideal job. There's no check calls you need to do. The patrols of the building are like, well, they didn't say you needed to do them. You just keep an eye on the CCTV. And she's sitting there in absolute silence reading a book, and it's like the worst thing you could do. You need music, you need some sort of stimulation.
Maybe that was her naivety, going from a diner job where she would have been rushed off her feet for the evening with stuff to do.
Yeah, you still need some sort of stimulation. Like you watch a film, watch TV. Again, this may be because she's not in this era, so you don't have the technology to do it. Possibly.
Potentially.
Thinking about it now, yeah, possibly. But you'd still sort of, because that was like early night shifts I did, where it's like you have a book or you have a Game Boy Advance. But yeah, it's keep it still stimulated. If you're going into a room, turn the lights on straight away. Not because of ghosts or sleep paralysis demons. I can't say that word. It's not just because of sleep demons, but it's because you might trip on something and smash your head on the floor. Always turn the lights on.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's the main issues with night shift. It's like, yeah, keep yourself stimulated. Feel a bit tired, get up and walk around.
Yeah, I put a lot of it down to. I put a lot of that down to just her being young. I absolutely would have ended. I mean, I'd have probably taken something like my Kindle because I can watch Netflix and read a book on that. But that's me having technology.
Yeah, I think my only criticisms are like really picky things like that, and I say static on TV, but then open my mind to the fact that it may not be that era.
It's hard to know what era it is, isn't it? Like, this is the thing. And you can still get the tellies that have static. Like, you can still get those things. Like, they still exist and they're still working. I only up until maybe 10 years ago had one that took 3 people to carry it into the house because it was a giant box telly. It did eventually blow up, but it was huge. And every time I turned it on, it literally shook the house. Like, it was ridiculous. So maybe, but I don't know. But I think that's kind of the beauty of the film, because you're supposed to not know. You don't know what reality is. It starts off feeling like you're in reality,
Yeah,
which
and you
is
don't
often
know.
how dreams start. And then the next minute, something else happens, and you're like, hang on.
Yeah, you're not sure which point the dream stuff starts and
Yeah.
yeah, or indeed ends.
Yeah, because
But then we
even
hit the
at the
spoiler zone.
end, you're still not sure.
Mm. So yeah, I may have to watch it again now.
Yeah, tell me if you notice. And I, admittedly, I'm just a sucker for the imagery part in films.
Yeah, it looked really good. Aside from that
Um,
coat hanger.
yeah. Like, oh shit, hitting my mic. I'm just a big fan of sets looking like just like how, like what they're supposed to depict. This one, it was chaotic, but it wasn't. And it's because the whole film, like, dreams are chaotic, even though sleep is supposed to be restful. And I felt like it did that.
Yeah,
It's hard to put it into the exact words, but it was beautiful.
I did watch
Props
it
to
during the
them.
day as well. And I think it probably would have worked better if it's late at night and even a little bit sleepy.
Yeah, to be fair, maybe that's what did it for me. Maybe me being a little bit tired, I was more conscious of the moving pictures.
So do you want to watch it again while you're wide awake during the day, and I'll watch it while I'm a bit sleepy, and we come back and review it again?
We just come back and be like, hey, we've read it again.
And you'll be like, nah, it's all bollocks, isn't it?
What a shit film. No, this is the one film I've watched this year whose title actually depicts what the film is, in a way that is good, unlike other films that have had extremely obvious titles that have been absolutely rubbish. This one was actually pretty good.
It'll be released in the UK and Ireland from the 8th of September. What it says where it's available on Prime Video, Apple Store, Sky Store, and YouTube Movies on most digital platforms. And if it's in the cinema at any point, go see it, I guess.
Yeah,
Cool
for
first
sure, go
timer.
and see it. It's a good film. It's worth the money, in my opinion.
Yeah. So where can we find you online playing World of Warcraft?
I'm on Blue Sky, no Nagoth. And in terms of playing World of Warcraft, I'll be on Twitch /Nona things. Probably a lot of floor POV, to be honest. I tend to just I'm the raid lead, so I tend to not pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm watching everyone else and then I die. So if you want floor POV or just me to rant about something, just come in and tell me something that you think will piss me off.
So you're on that watch list.
I'm probably already on it.
Well, as always, you can find me at totalcultzone.com. Go there and read the zine with all the details on where you can contact me on social media. I'm glad I only plugged my website with regards to where you can find me online because I dropped another social media recently. And changed the link to the podcast again. I'm on a different server now. But you won't notice that, really, hopefully. I'm sure I'll write about that on the next zine, which is also my website. So yes, my website is a zine. totalcultzone.com. Hello, that Everything Guy from the future here. Just to let you know, we did record a spoiler zone for this film, but it descended into random babbling about anything but the film. Part of that is now available on Ko-fi. If you want to go and have a listen to that, pop over to totalcultzone.com, give me a quid maybe, and you can hear it. Instead, I've inserted a short conversation we had before we recorded Borderline, which was a week later, and after I had spent the previous evening watching Somnium again while hopped up on sleeping pills. Don't try this at home, kids.
Were you watching the movie again last night? The I saw the post. It's daytime. This is not what we discussed. You need to watch it at night when you're tired.
I've watched it twice since. Once last night after
Okay.
actually taking some CBD sleeping tablets.
Okay.
So I was fighting sleep the entire time. And again this morning it was kind of just on the background a bit, and then I was trying to focus on it during certain scenes to see if I saw anything else in it. And yeah, it's an experience watching it with like fighting sleep.
Massively. Like that's how I watched it, and I felt like it was somehow better. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put an addendum onto the episode. Even though at the start of it, we was like, oh, we're gonna have to speed run this because we're both ill or tired. And then we went 51 minutes.
yeah.
I don't know how we managed to do that. I didn't realize it was that long. But yeah, I watched it again last night, sleepy, and really good because I was kind of nodding off in bits and then waking up, doing other bits. And today I was like, watched it again, say in the background, but tuning in bits that I thought I'd saw something else. And there's bits in it which I missed. And rare that I
Yeah.
actually watch a film like that many times. I really enjoyed it. It got better every time.
Yeah, and I think once you've had it in the sleepy experience, it like adds a whole other element to like
Yeah, I
viewing it and the story and what is happening because you're kind of going through it with them.
and there's one bit at the end which it's not. I'll try and avoid the spoilery bit because this isn't the spoiler zone. When she's getting, so it's happened before,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then the ending fell into place where it's. I don't think you can spoil it because I think you can interpret it any way you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the recap on that one. Coming back a few days later when being slightly healthier and having watched it while slightly sleepy. Not recommended you do it with sleeping tablets though.